starting deals, I've been making calls. No matter what it is, I'ma pay the cost. Why y'all make me sick, cause I know you lost. $1,000 trips, I've been taking off. $1,000 fits, and that's just the jaws. Rolling up again while I'm in the gym. Y'all can never focus, so you'll never win. Piece by piece, I've been stacking. Piece by piece, I've been stacking. Piece by piece, I've been stacking. Had to.
All right, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. This is Raw Detroit. Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and hit the word all so that you may be able to receive every notification that comes from the channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about Kayvon Thibodeaux, trading for Kayvon Thibodeaux. Is this something that the Lions should be willing to do? Would they do it? And I'm going to put a scenario that's probably going to shock you when I say it, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. All right, pretty much we know that we have one of the top elite offenses in all of the NFL. When the Lions are on their game, with the run game, as you've seen against the Chicago Bears, and with the passing attack of Jared Goff and the rest of the receivers, you know that we have one of the best offenses in all of the NFL. And I'm going to put it out there for the record. If I really want to get out to the quarterback and be able to cause havoc, would I trade for Kayvon Thibodeaux? Now, Kayvon Thibodeaux is a guy that Brad Holmes did go out and I remember watched a few of his games, went to his pro day and everything like that to really scout Kayvon Thibodeaux. Now, but he decided not to get Kayvon. He decided to get Aiden Hutchinson, which was a great thing for the Detroit Lions, man. We got a guy from Michigan that can flat out ball in Aiden Hutchinson. And this is no knock to Kayvon Thibodeaux, because Kayvon Thibodeaux can play as well. But, you know, you just didn't know which direction that year the Lions were going to go in. But they ultimately went with Aiden Hutchinson. Was a great move for the Detroit Lions to make that type of move. But I'm putting out the trade scenario of this. What would I be willing to give up to get Kayvon Thibodeaux on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson? Two young guys that can get out to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I may not have to give Kayvon Thibodeaux the big bucks like you would have to give Aiden Hutchinson the big bucks. But Kayvon Thibodeaux is a baller as well. And the biggest thing is the Lions are kind of being cheap, and they don't really want to pay a lot of money to the other guy on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. We know that because Zadarius Smith is not on his team. Zadarius Smith was the cheaper option out of most of, probably him and Jadeveon Clowney was probably the cheapest option that you can get on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. And I'm bringing this up is because what we're going through with Marcus Davenport. You know, I'm not saying that Marcus Davenport's season is over. You know, they're saying in the reports, in the injury reports, that Davenport could seek a second opinion. So normally when you're seeking a second opinion, the injury could be significant. So we don't know. You know, maybe it could be a few weeks, maybe it could be a month or so. We don't know because they have not talked about the severity of the injury. But would I be willing? I'm gonna say this. What would I be willing to give up on the Detroit Lions to get another pass rusher? Well, it's one tight end on our team that we play really, really well with, and his name is Brock Wright. Brock Wright balls out for the Detroit Lions. And I know that we got Sam Laporta, and Sam Laporta is that deal. I would be willing to keep Brock Wright on the squad, let him be the first tight end, and trade Sam Laporta. And I know you guys probably thinking I'm crazy for saying this, but I would, if I had to give up something, because you got to think about this. A couple years ago, we pretty much didn't want to pay T.J. Hockenson all that tight end money that he got from the Minnesota Vikings. We decided to trade T.J. Hockenson away, and we didn't keep him. We could have kept Hockenson a part of the squad. Sam Laporta has definitely been a great asset to the team. But if we're really trying to get to where we want to be, man, we know that we're going to have a pass rush. I would be willing to part ways with Sam Laporta. I hate to say this out of my own mouth because I love Sam Laporta. And I think that he is a very talented player. But I think that the offense will still run good under Brock Wright. We do good with Brock Wright on the squad. Brock Wright has played well for this team. So I would be willing to part ways with Sam Laporta. A straight up trade, Sam Laporta for Kayvon Thibodeaux. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Is this something that you would do? Or do you guys think I'm crazy? Because you might think that I'm crazy for saying this, but I know how important it is to get to the quarterback. If you can get to the quarterback, you can cause a lot of havoc. And that's something that we need. We need guys that can cause havoc. We don't have too many guys on our team that can get to the quarterback. Last game, was something totally different because that's the first time in a long time that the Lions had a lot of guys sacking the quarterback, but it doesn't happen on a regular basis. We need guys that can pressure the quarterback and not only pressure him, get home and get the sack. So I'm saying, man, I would be willing to give up Sam Laporta for Kayvon Thibodeaux because I feel like this offense will still thrive under Brock Wright. Brock Wright is a great tight end for this team as well. He's the backup guy to Sam Laporta, which I think that the offense would still flourish if we got Brock Wright as the #1 tight end and Sam Laporta being traded, because I don't know if the Lions are going to pay him. They may have to part ways with one of these guys. I don't know how the Lions are going to keep all of these guys. Now, if they're able to pull it off and they're able to keep Sam Laporta and still go out there and get an edge and trade somebody else to get an edge, then it is what it is, man. But we know that this is the hot button issue in Detroit, that Detroit need to be able to get after the quarterback. There's nothing else to be really said. We've talked about it. We've preached it. We've said it a million times that we need to be able to go out there and get an edge that can play alongside Aiden Hutchinson. We're not saying that the guy has to be an elite edge or anything like that. We're just saying that, it'll help to have another guy that can get to the quarterback. If Hutch is being double teamed, then and the other edge can win his one-on-ones, then we'll be good, man. We'll be good. And that's what it's all about, being able to win those one-on-ones. For the other guy, because that Hutch will be getting a double team, he'll be able to feast and eat as well. So if that guy can beat his one-on-one matchups, then more importantly, yes, having an edge like a Kayvon Thibodeaux on the team would definitely help. And I would be willing to trade Sam Laporta for Kayvon Thibodeaux. But I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there, guys. So let me know, would you do this trade scenario? Would you trade Kayvon Thibodeaux for Sam Laporta, or do you think that Sam Laporta means so much to the Detroit Lions offense that we could not part ways with Sam Laporta? But I think that the offense will flourish with Brock Wright still being the #1 tight end, because we've played well with Brock Wright. Ever since Brock Wright has been on this team, we've always played well with him. So I just think that he could take over as the #1 tight end. You don't have to pay a lot of money to Brock Wright, and then you don't have to pay that huge contract to Sam Laporta as well. But this is just food for thought.